Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We have D coming up here for the PlayStation 1. This is what makes D, actually, what makes D special for me is that D was the first game I ever played for the PlayStation. And now what makes it really funny too is I remember when the PlayStation first came out is that, who could afford one of these? I mean, I know I couldn't, so I remember going down to the video game store and my mom having to put a $200 or $300 deposit down just so you could rent the console and then go play the game or any games for that. And nowadays, I mean, you can't go rent a PS5. They don't have stores that do that anymore. Could you imagine that? Okay, we need a $500, $600 deposit now to go play this console. It's like people just buy them. That just doesn't exist anymore. And you know what? That was a really fun time back in that era of when you were renting, consoles and stuff to play and the games. And I guess the thing I miss the most is going to the stores and going through all the games and checking the cover art and with your friend trying to figure out what game you want to rent for the weekend. Well, the worst part is that when you rented a game and it was a complete flop, that was a huge bust. But it was so fun when you go down there and find a game that you wanted to rent and find a really good game that you loved, and then you'd play it again with your friend the next weekend or the weekend after that. And the times you couldn't get the game to rent because somebody already had it out. It definitely wasn't innocent more time than that. Shadow Lady, good to see you. Glad you're here. This was the first game that I ever played. I rented this with the game The Need for Speed. And those were the first games that I played. This was the first game I played. The Need for Speed was the second game I played. And probably by the time you probably finished renting the game, Shadow Lady, you probably could have owned a copy of it. Probably. I bet probably. I mean, there's games that I did that with too, that I could have definitely owned the game by the time it was said and done. Things are going okay. It's a slow day. I'm just trying to get over a lack of energy kind of hump. I'm debating on... I've been asked to see, because I mentioned I was going to stream Haunting Ground this year, but the problem is now that we're 5 days out to Halloween, and one of these days I got to be down in my storage unit. But am I going to have enough time? If I wanted to stream Haunting Ground, I would have to start it tonight, and then try to power through that game as fast as I can, just so I could do Silent Hill 2. Because I don't think I'll do 2 plays of Silent Hill 2 this year. I'll just do 1. But we're kind of at that point. Do we do Haunting Ground? Rule of Rose took a hell of a lot longer than I thought it would. I didn't think it would take me like 20 hours to beat Rule of Rose. So kind of at that stalemate, I was going to do a little more Outbreak tonight and have to do some missions by myself so we could play further ones. Cutthroat and I can't do any more missions until we play them by ourselves later. So that's kind of where we're at. So we'll see how D goes. That was definitely a hell of a game, Rule of Rose. It was a trip. I've never seen anything like it. You remember the stale popcorn? Oh yeah, you get a little bag of popcorn. You go into the store. It smells like popcorn. It's, I mean, God, that was so fun. You rent a VHS tape and you got the big old rental case with it. I still have a bunch of those for DVDs. I took a bunch when I left Hastings. They had old cases and I took a shit ton of them. And I love those cases. Shadow Lady, the story follows this character we're playing as Laura Harris as she goes to investigate a hospital after learning her father went on a mass murdering spree and barricaded himself inside. The hospital morphs into a castle upon her arrival, which she must explore to find her father. That's what this game's about. And this is like a point and click. Well, that's exactly what this is.
Laura.
Laura.
Laura. Laura. Laura. This is your father. Laura, go back. You must not cross over to this side. This is another world born of my own mind. Laura, go back. Come further and your world will be closed off from you. Laura, I'm...
Oh, I forgot to do something. We got to turn all the way around. Don't mind me. Adjusting a few things on here. There we go. So in this game, Shadow Lady, there are these scarabs, these beetles. I think there's 4 of them. And if you get all of them, you get the best ending. Psychedelic. Yeah, alright, so now we got that scarab. We're gonna turn around. We gotta find these in this game. And this isn't really any action, it's just D-pad movements. But this has turned into kind of a cult classic. And it's gained some traction for price. Just seeing shit. You remember wanting to get this as a teenager, but never got to play it? Here's the thing. Is that this is one of the games that originally came in like the long box. You know, the PS1s had the long box, and then they released a shorter box version of it. And this is the version that I got. And it's not a cheap game. If I remember, like I said, I believe it's gained some traction. For cost. Here, I'll show you guys this. This is what made the game really fun, is that it had these full motion kind of videos, you know, this interactive play. And I'll show you guys this, because this is what was kind of fun about the game, are some of these things. So obviously we can't go that way, right? This game has 3 discs, and Ozzy, good to see you. Glad you're here. I just wanted to show that to you guys because it's kind of fun. So we have that compact, and if you look at it, it kind of, I believe the compact gives you hints. Her compact that has a mirror in it, and I believe every time you use a little hint, it will crack a little bit further and further every time you do that. You're not feeling good, Ozzy? Oh, it's your pancreatic. Shit, man. I'm sorry to hear that. My good friend had pancreatic cancer. He's beaten it and in remission, but That's no joke. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. It just must be just painful, you know? So here we got a puzzle. It's kind of a pain in the ass puzzle. Well, laying down, I mean, if that feels the best, then keep doing that. Keep laying down. I think I screwed this up because I pushed back. So what we have to do is we have to open the drawers in a certain order. And the piece of paper that I got, what we would do normally with this is we would put that piece of paper that we got in that bowl of water that was sitting on the table. And from there, we would get our combination. But I'm not going to walk back down there and do that again. We're just going to open it up. Do you take any, like, I have a friend that takes like CBD and THC gummies and stuff like that, Ozzy. I don't know if that's, you know, something that interests you, but I mean, it's what they take to help them with their pancreatic issues. Our our state has on the docket again for voting this year is to legalize the use of marijuana, to legalize marijuana and make it for recreational purposes. Shadow Lich, how you doing today? Good to see ya. Oh, my buddy, not my buddy, but that guy sent me the full download of the seventh guest, the version 2. So what I got to do is get it downloaded, get it burned and exported to another disk, and see if that'll work for the CDI. I mean, I won't be able to do that today, but it's something I'll definitely work on. You just have to walk across the street. God, that's a terrible sound. Always a crank in these games, right? This game, you know, really makes me, it's not as tough, but these games like this and Seventh Guest always make me think of Myst. And I think Myst was that first point and click that I owned, and I enjoyed Myst. Myst was a fun game. It was hard, though. Shit, that's right. Was this originally a 3DO game? That's a system I never played, Ozzy. I mean, a lot of those. You know, the Jaguar, 3DO, Dreamcast, Saturn. I mean, getting into the boutique consoles, I never had a Panasonic. I think it was Panasonic that made 3DO, wasn't it? I mean, I remember going to stores and never even seeing games for those kind of systems. I mean, that stuff would have to been, at least where I lived, mailed in for. I bet that was fun. I bet 3DOs were not cheap back then, too. Yeah. That would be a dead body. Oh, this thing sucks. This puzzle can definitely break a speed run, and you'll see it here in a second. Oh yeah, that's so when you get the number on the left, that's gonna roll it back on the right as many times as you get. So I believe what we needed to get was what was that number on the door? Was it 73 or 78? 78. Okay. Shit. Ah. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass puzzle. Ah, really? Shit, so close. Oh, come on. Oh, I had that bullshit. I think that's it. I think we got it. There we go. How creepy is that shit? Is a hand cemented in through the wall? All right, now we got to go back into this store. We'll use the ring that we just got from that dead body. Put this in the door. And you'll find out what why the title's called D. That's kind of the big thing. We might as well go for the good ending, right? It's definitely more satisfying than the bad one. Yeah, the graphics are not bad. This is like I said, I think this came out in 95. First game I played on the PlayStation. '95. Little Indy Jones, baby. Little Indy Jones. Dr. Jones. So check this out. Insert disc 2 already. Acclaim made the game. Nope, that disc was a little loose. Attention! Insert disc 2. What's up, Reese? Yes, we are playing D. This is the first game I ever played on the PlayStation. I rented the PlayStation. I rented the console at my local video store. My parents had to put like a $200 or $300 deposit down, and I rented this and the Need for Speed. And the Need for Speed was fun. I played that one a lot. Fun fact, they made this game using an Amiga 4000. That is an interesting fact. Here's our second scarab that we need to pick up. This is why you don't lick toads. No toad licking. There's a hint there. Have you played this game, Reese? It's an oldie. I don't know what it's running for. It was up there in price a little bit. I know the short box was actually costing a little bit more than a long box. This was a while ago. And now I couldn't tell you if that's the case today. I mean, this game was nothing like $300. I mean, it was probably up to 90 or $100 last time I saw it. That was a very long time ago. So here's the deal, everyone, is that I promised everyone that I would stream You Do Have Enemy Zero, which is by the same company. I've been debating on streaming if I have enough time. I don't know if I have enough time for it, but I'm going to tell you guys is that I wanted to stream Haunting Ground this year, but I don't know if I'll have enough time between that and between Halloween to stream Silent Hill 2 as well. And I mean, if I was going to do Haunting Ground, I would have to hammer out Haunting Ground, like start it right after this and be able to give up, 12 hours to get it done. I think a good run through of Haunting Ground says takes about 8 hours. And now I don't know the game, so it would definitely be a first for me. Yeah, Shadow Lady's computer's having some issues. The hard drive, I think, went kind of kaplooey. I had an old iPhone 6, I think it was, for the longest time. Had a button on it. And then I finally upgraded to an 11. You can have it if you pry it from my cold, dead hand. All right, that's fine. Then I'll do it. Why not? 3 discs in this, Reese. 3. You just finished Last House on the Left? Never want to have kids. You know what I watched today? I woke up really late today, but I ended up waking up and seeing that Resident Evil was on Amazon Prime. So I relived it and enjoyed every minute of it, watching it. But then Silent Hill started again, and I was like, oh, I just watched Silent Hill, so I can't watch that again. Oh, I enjoyed watching it. I remember the opening scene is what really frustrates me, because I want the screen to come in quicker. It's that long, slow, expanding moment where they're trying to show the vials being put into the suitcase. And I drives me crazy because it's just a slow grow into the full screen, and I'm just like, oh, just make it faster. It just irritates me at the beginning of that movie.
Laura.
Laura.
Laura. Laura. What are you doing? Go back. Now. Laura, you can't stop me.
It is clipping through it, isn't it?
Leave the hospital. Quickly. If you do not, you'll never be able to return to your own world. Do you understand, Laura? Quickly!
Do it now! Oh, now I got some tea to drink. Excellent. That's good. Like my tea. Hey, Azeron, you went and traded everything in that you had there, right, for a GameCube? Eight games and a memory card. What games did you get? Do tell. I need a bookcase like that in my house. We're coming up to a part in the game. We're coming up to a part in the game that is really frustrating. This is part of it. This part right here is kind of a bitch. But also, there's even a more difficult part. It involves these statues, or these suits of armor. So what we have to do is use this giant kind of flywheel here to rotate the room we're in.
Laura. 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 Soon I will no longer be the man you know. I can feel my control slipping away. Quickly, before that happens, you must leave here. I want you, of all people, to be safe from me. Laura, there's nothing I can...
You got Twilight Princess, Tales of Symphonia. That's a good pickup. Soul Calibur 2. But you dropped like $430, so you got a GameCube. And I'm glad you got Tales of Symphonia. You know, that's a really, really a fun game. Hey, Blaster, good to see you. Yep, we're playing the first D. I don't own part 2, so... You've only ever played the second one? Like the second, Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay, wait a minute. You've only played the second D. I've never even knew they made a part D2. I never knew they made a D2. Jesus, what the hell did I do? I should have probably just did that once. Yeah, I never even knew they made a D2 until it was on our Game of the Week. Now, that's actually what you're talking about. Is when I first played Twilight Princess, it was for the Wii, right? And so, again, what you guys are talking about is that those versions are mirrored. So, if you're used to fighting guys on the right side of a map, for the GameCube version, they reversed it back. And what's interesting about that is because on the Wii version, on Twilight Princess, is Link is right-handed. And on the GameCube or any other version, Link is actually left-handed. Yeah, it's, you know, instead of having to reprogram everything, they just flip it, right? It is weird. See, I played the Wii version, and then I ended up buying the GameCube version and played that one too. You know, I went right into playing that one. Okay, well, that's not going to work now, is it? Is it in Twilight Princess that you have like this huge dungeon? You have like 50 dungeon levels to do or something like that? I just remember going through the dungeon levels, like a secret place to get some sort of upgrade. And I remember just the Wii remote, like my hand was just tired from doing this, like fighting everybody. So what color did you get? And do you have both ports on the back, or do you just have one? It's a black one. And do you have a digital AV port, or just an AV port? Just an AV port? Okay. I love the GameCube, Azeron, and you can see all the GameCube games that I've streamed over on my YouTube page if you want to see, you know, it's quality. It is. The GameCube is still a good system. All they had was, it sounds like all they had was aftermarket ones. No, I may be one short. I need to check. We're going to find out real quick. Nope, I got it. The Cave of Ordeals. That's what it was. The Cave of Ordeals. Azeron, if you ever can find them really cheap, you know, I know you have a GameCube without a digital AV port, but you can also get HDMI adapters for GameCubes now that go into the AV port and turn them into HDMI. It's good quality. You know, it's definitely better than an AV cable. My GameCubes have the digital AV port, so I run the component GameCube cables out of the GameCube and into a Framemeister, and then into, you know, my capture card. And I can tell you that if you're going to run AV cables, try to get some that are S-Video at least. Try to get S-Video AV cables. It'll look, if your TV has S-Video, it'll look way better. Oh, you already have a composite to HDMI adapter? Okay, then. Well, good. Yeah, the S-Video is really good for that. Shit, I missed it. This part is really hard. Here is where I got stuck in the game. Now, if you've never played this game, then obviously you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you have played it, there was a hotline in the book you could call a hotline, and it had this part specifically listed in the hotline saying, if you're fighting the knight, you have to just tap the left buttons. You don't hold them down. You literally have to tap them to get past this part. This was a really pain in the ass. This was a big pain in the ass part for me. Woo, that part's quick. I missed it. Ah, I missed it. Oh, shit. I forgot we had uh, a button to push other than the D-pad. Shit. This part's a pain. The fans are clean, but have some dust on them. All right. Yeah, clean them later. Get some canned air on it. Clean them later. Yeah, I have 2 GameCubes. I love my GameCube. As what? I hit it. Oh, come on. I pressed it. Ah, bullshit. Bullshit. No, I did it. I did it. Yeah, GameCubes have gone up in price, and I don't know. I think I can get a console for $100. The games have gone up. Bum, 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 bum. I missed that one. Ah, damn it. Okay, I gotta focus a little bit more. Jesus. You guys ever watch that family? There's a Family Guy episode where Peter Griffin, the power's out, and I think Brian ate mushrooms, and Peter reenacts or does all the music for some movie, and he's like, it's funny. It's really funny. Smash is $100 now? Wow. Yes, Brian cuts his hair off. He's like, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it. There we go. He's like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, Brian cuts his ear off. I think Peter gets pissed because he's like, I'm gonna recite the song for, I don't know what it is, and he's like getting all dramatic with his music. He's like, and then everybody just sits there and listens to it for like 2 minutes. It's funny. But got half reduced because of the NES stuff you took back. Pull yourself together, man. Well, I'm glad you got those. Glad you got those games. If you've never played Symphonia, you're in for a treat. That's a real good one. Played when you were 11? God, man, I was probably, I don't know how old I was. I think I was in my 20s. Shadow, shit. I did not mean to do that. I'm old too, man. I feel it. Don't even start with me, Azeron. I don't even want to hear it. I'm 26. I hope I got this right. Sean's 44. I'm 39. Nice. All right, there is a scarab up here that we need to pick up. And those dogs. Creepy dogs. There's a scarab here, and I don't know why I can't see it. No, we didn't find the bug. I know there's one on the cement railing over here, and I just don't know why I don't see it. Okay, give me a second here. I guess they change up every time. Huh, that's shitty. I mean, I don't know if I'll find them all now. I guess I'm missing one. I think there's only 4 of them. Maybe there's 5. Oh, lava lamps are doing good. Yeah, they're looking really good. Flowing nice today. The age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius. It's hard to find anything on D, because when you type like PS1 D, you get some weird shit. All right, well, let's head up. D. It'll make sense in the end. At least it's not big D, right? What's up, Big D? You got the Twitter notification like, what the hell's he playing? Hey, Divine, thank you so much for subbing to the channel again. Appreciate that. I really do. We're hanging in there. So we got to look through here and see all this stuff here. We're not going to do that. I'm going to waste time doing it. We're going to go down and just solve it. We are playing D this afternoon, I guess. Debating on what to stream next after this, because this game, we don't have much longer on this game. It's pretty short. It just takes a while to go through it because it's just point and click. It's like Seventh Guest, Myst, you know, those kind of games. Got the Age of Aquarius stuck in my head. You vote Clock Tower. Now, here it is. It's between, and then Clock Tower is a point and click too. I've been asked if I told everybody I was going to stream Haunting Ground, and I've been asked if I was going to stream that here. Now, the problem is I need to make sure I get through a game before too long because I do have a Silent Hill 2 playthrough coming up. I need to get that done. That's definitely really important for me to get that one finished. Of course, I had a feeling Shadow would pick Clock Tower. And I've never played Haunting Ground, and I think that takes about 8 to 10 hours to beat. I mean, we could do Clock Tower. That's another point and click as well. Yeah, I got to keep a lookout for one more bug. You've been busy working. How's work going for you, Divine? Cat took your fish. Are you playing a game or did your cat really take your fish? Divine, I think most of us are tired all the time. I'm not even working these days, and I'm just tired all the time. I'm just tired of being tired. I need to just win that lottery. I need to buy a ticket first. I mean, I guess that's the big thing. Can't win if you don't buy a ticket, right? Yep. Take care of a few friends and the family, then just hang out. I would travel. That's the one thing I would do. I mean, right now, I guess you really don't want to go anywhere, but I don't think people want too many United States citizens going anywhere. You already are a hermit, Shadow. What are you talking about? Yeah, I would get a nice house. Nothing exorbitantly big. Get a nice home. Get it comfy. I would need to have a movie theater. I would love to have like a nice little theater in my house. But I'm a hermit myself. I don't like to go anywhere anymore. So you've played Twilight Princess before, right, Azeron? See, that puzzle sucks. It's just super time consuming. And it's nothing that can be solved really fast. You have to sit there and you have to spin that flywheel every single time. Got a pistoli. Laura.
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 Laura. Laura.
So the girlfriend brought a GameCube out of there.
Soon I will be transformed. When that happens, my new self will have need of you. This other self is one I cannot control. It is he who has done these horrible things. Laura, leave here. He wants you.
So the girlfriend brought out a GameCube. I bet that video game store is going to be pissed if you bring that one back, right? Go back and say, I'll take the Nintendo now. The girlfriend has a GameCube. So what do you think I can get accomplished game wise? I don't know. It's I don't know. I think I would like to spend probably 2 days on Silent Hill 2. I don't think I'm going to beat it in a day. And I'm not going to do a hard mode run on it. Hard mode's just too much. She won't share it with you now? Okay, that's the reason why you bought one then, right? That's the whole reason you bought a GameCube. Because you won't share it. Always have your own gaming stuff. Yes. Woo! Disc change. All right, final disc, everyone. 3 discs, Azeron, 3 discs. Has anyone here ever played, I own it and I've never played it, Galarians? Has anybody ever played the PlayStation game Galarians? It is like a spooky game. Ah, PS1 Diablo. I think that's kind of expensive these days, isn't it? What's the price on that? Oh my God, really? Why is it so expensive? Why the hell is Diablo so expensive? Will someone please educate me on that? Well, it was never always that it was popular more on the PC. Yeah, let's just account for everything being expensive because of the pandemic. I mean, my collection has shot up immensely in price. I can't even imagine Shadow Lich's collection. Which, by the way, everybody... Oh, Azeron, you have... You know, I thought I owned a lot of games until I saw what Shadow owns. It'll blow your mind. Blow your mind. You can tell... Shadow, tell him how many PS1 games you have. Azeron, he's like going... It's like going to a video rental store.
Laura. to me. The one who I am to become needs blood for the change to be complete. You have seen what he will do, and it is your blood that he wants most. Laura, we are cursed. In our veins flows the blood of Dracula.
He might not be able to show you a photo of Mazaron, but he can definitely tell you how many games he has. Oh, I can't go back out. I missed a bug out there. Or I guess that's what it is, everybody. We won't get all the scarabs, so I can't ever seem to get them. I have like probably maybe 150 PS1 games. And I have some good titles in there. I do not have 1,000 of those. Hey, you guys, we'll be giving away during the Silent... Isn't that crazy? During the Silent Hill... And there's 1,690 PS1 games that are North America releases, I believe. He probably has them in boxes, Azeron. I actually only have, it says 108, but I think I have maybe about 110 PS1 games. We will be giving away a retro game collecting app license. We have 2 of them to give away here, and we'll be giving both of them away during the Silent Hill 2 stream, you guys. So if you guys are collecting retro games and need a way to manage your systems, your games, you need to watch the stream for Silent Hill 2, because we'll be giving away 2 full complete licenses of that software. Shit's getting real. Coming to the very end of the game here, everybody. It's creepy. So did you guys hear earlier what the voice said and how it relates to why we have the title D? It's like getting an endoscope here, right? An endoscopy.
So, Laura, you've come. Now I will tell you everything. Hear me and leave before the one who is not me can emerge. Laura, in our veins flows the blood of Dracula. The time of change comes to all of his blood. It starts with lust for the strange. Then comes the desire for human flesh to make the change complete. Yes, Laura, that time came for you as well. I erased the memory so you have forgotten. When Dracula took control of you, with those very hands you killed your mother. It is our fate to be accursed. And now you know you must leave. I feel myself changing. I want your flesh, Laura. Listen
It's like
to
the
what I
lawnmower
say.
man.
It is your flesh that I need, just as you needed your mother's. Come to me!
Okay, so here's we're left with two choices. We can go to him, or we don't have to go to him. And we're not going to go to him. I'm going to give you guys the better ending, okay? No! I'll show you guys. This is the good ending. This is really good, actually. You ever seen the movie Scanners? Like Scanners and Lawnmower Man? All rolled into one. You can watch the bad ending on YouTube if you're interested.
Laura, you've ended it. Thank you. A little more, and the change would have been complete. Perhaps, as a doctor, I wanted to see how the transformation would affect me. But that was wrong. And now, I will end my life as a man of flesh and blood. Laura, thank you. I love you. My last wish is that...
Double tap. I think we got some heavy music now. Right? Yeah, I wish I owned D2. I never even knew they made a D2. I would love to have played one, or played it. What was it, for the Dreamcast or Saturn? Like, all of it? I mean, now we're on to the decision of, do we do Haunting Ground? Do we do Clock Tower? Hey, Shadow Lich, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. It's on Dreamcast. The entire disc 1 is cinematic. Really? So it's all cinema? And then what is there 2 discs to it? That's a trip. Holy shit. There's 4 discs to D2. Yeah, I never even knew there was a D2. Does it still follow Laura? Double kick, it's a double bass. Right? You ever tried to do a double bass on a drum? Oh, it's so hard. I think we only found 3. Oh, only 2. Well, shit on me. Wah, wah. You may want to try again. But see, you can't see the scarabs until you're really right on top of them. And that really is a bit of a pain in the ass. So what it's going to give us? Just a black screen? I think it is. No insert disc 1. You only did a small amount of it, but it really wasn't your thing. It looks cool, so you want to go back and play it. You should. You should go back and play it. Let us know how it is. Let me know how it is. I'd like to hear a little bit about it. In fact, I should watch some gameplay of that. Like, I was shocked to see that they had a D2, but only released for the Dreamcast. What a bummer deal. I think it is. I would like to have played it. Oh, isn't that music great? Doesn't that sound good? Acclaim. I'm thinking of Midway. It's like Midway. Always Gauntlet Dark Legacy, right? But you would have to get it on a Saturn. Yeah, I don't know what they cost on a Saturn. D's running long box about $67, and it's hard to find a copy of D in the shorter box that I have. That's even more difficult to find. Oh, I guess that one, the one I was looking at, actually was missing a disc. So it's about $100 for a complete long box copy. Oh, this one doesn't have any cracks in it, and that one's 113. 150 Canadian, 113 US. So the game has gone up in price, you guys, immensely. I didn't pay that much for it. I paid peanuts for it. Anywho's, it sounds, that sound takes you back to your parents' living room. All right, everybody. Well, that's it. That's the game D for the PlayStation 1. Super fun game. It's not, you know, you really, if you think that you're going to get a lot of action out of the game, you really don't. It's just kind of point, click, nothing really super good. Is it worth $100? I don't think so. If you wanted to buy it for $100, don't. If you were to get it for like $20 or $25, that might be more worth it, especially if you just want to collect it. But for $100, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, it's a creepy game. Definitely, it was obviously better when I first played the game. I was just like blown away by all these graphics and everything. But I wouldn't spend $113 on it. I would not. And that seems to be the case also with Rule of Rose, which I think we all discussed, that I would not spend $500 on Rule of Rose. $25? Yeah. Oh, really? Somebody has a Pathfinder that spray painted it flat black and they put an Umbrella Corp all over it. That's fantastic. I was in my hometown. We had the Resident Evil like 20-year anniversary or something come through, and that's when I was able to first test Resident Evil 7 with VR. They had a huge trailer with them that actually had setup for it. And then they had consoles outside of it that you could play to get points to win stuff. And I remember going in the trailer and doing it. It was really fun to play it. But all the people there had this. They had these huge Suburbans that had they were painted beautiful black and had the Umbrella logo all over them. And it was a tour that was going around the country. It was freaking awesome. And that's where I got my little liquor doll. That's like right here from the tour. It was cool. All right, everybody, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I need to decide if I'm going to do Clock Tower, our haunting ground, for the next go about for a stream, because we do have a few days remaining until not Christmas, but Halloween, and yep, we need to figure out what we're going to be streaming next, and if we can get that done in time to also complete Silent Hill 2. So we're not going to start I don't want to start Silent Hill 2 today because we beat it before Halloween, and it's really important to try to wrap that up on Halloween if we can. So that being said, everybody, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I don't know if I'll be back on tonight. I'm going to see if the wife needs some food. She might be hungry. Make her a little dinner. And then maybe I'll be back on. Not too sure, but I will announce it over on my Twitter, and I will put it up on Discord since all of you guys follow that anyway. But if you have not done so, head to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that. And as always, please continue to show your support by following, sharing, subscribing, or donating to the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for watching this playthrough of D. A hidden gem. I wouldn't pay what they want for it, but if you find it for 25 or 30, I would pick it up. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will let everyone know if I'm going to be back this evening with more video game streaming. Everyone, be safe, be smart, make good decisions, and I'll see everyone soon. Thanks for watching.